Good morning, students. So my screen is visible. My voice is audible to everyone. Write a message in chat box. Okay. Okay. So yesterday we discussed about XP, one of the agile model technology methodology. Sorry. So actually, it was created by Ken Bank by doing the project of payroll in 1996. So it is one of the software development framework of agile models. Okay. So this is the picture representation of extreme programming. So here we are first move for planning. So we are taking features requirements from the customers. Then move for the design. Here we are using CRC cards. Okay. Class responsibilities and collaboration card. And we also here spike solutions. When we have any problem with any risk occur, we are using this spike solution to solve that problem. Then we are move for coding. So here refactoring. Okay, any changes in internal software, that will not, we have to check that will not affect the external one. Then this is pair programming. Two people work on the same code. Then we move for code unit test. Then continuous integration. We have to split the project into subparts, into different units. Then each unit is separated. Each unit is tested separately. Then we have to integrate them. Then we move to the testing. After testing, we have to accept and test. Means is our project is ready. How the user is use our project, what are the features you have to add it, all these comes under accept and test. Then move to software increment. So this is about extreme programming, and we have core values: communication, face-to-face communication with the customer or stakeholders, and also feedback. We have to always take any feedback from the customer for every delivery product. We have to take feedback, and also simplicity. The project is very design is very simple, and so it is easy to understand and support and. It is very easy to design and make simple easy to design. The responsibility, the project leader has to take responsibility and courage. If any problem occur, we have to take courage to uh, stay on them and respect, uh, give respect to the employees or any increments we are providing. So they have to, they are interested in our project to do very seriously. So then we move to the practices of XP programming. So yesterday already doing planning. Next, yesterday small release, metaphor. Okay, metaphor. So see here small release. What is small release means time between the release of the module should be at as short as possible. That is small release. Then simple design. The design used for the practical implementation should always be simple. Then metaphor. So this term is used to describe the corresponding software element reflects the real world terminology. So we should use the meaningful names for the procedures. Example, calculate gross pay uh, or hourly salary, etc. We have to use the meaningful terminology or real world terminology. Okay. Next, I discuss testing. Testing is done at the same time as coding. Okay. So the testing inputs and expected result should be scripted. So two types of testings are needed here. Unit testing, which focuses on the code written by the developer. Next one, function testing, which checks the correctness of the particular feature according to the customer requirement. That is about testing. Then move for refactoring. It is the process of changing the software system in such a way that it does not alter the external behavior of the code, but yet improves its internal structure. We have to improve the internal structure, but it does not affect the external behavior of the project. That is, we call it as refactoring. So then move to the pair programming. Already tell all the advantage disadvantage of refactoring testing, simple design, small releases, and so on. So, okay, only 60 students are joined, waiting for the other students. So, see here, what is pair programming? So, what is pair programming? I already told about the pair programming. So here in pair programming, two developers, one monitor and one keyboard. Just have two developers, one monitor, one keyboard. Monitor is nothing but the viewing the one person is monitoring the code, another person is writing the code. Just so one drives and other things. That is pair programming, and also here switch roles as needed. So here we have to switch roles. So one time he is monitoring, one time he is coding, or one time he is writing the code, or one time he is monitoring. So that is the switch role. So in this pair programming, software code is written by pair of developers. So two programs work together at one workstation. So these two people are work together at one workstation. One programmer actually types the code, and another programmer observes and make comments and give suggestions about the work done by first programmer. And also after some time, the developers swap their work. So the first person now is monitoring, and the second person writing the code. So that is about pair programming. Okay, clear? So here, what are the advantages of pair programming? So two heads are better than one. Then focus, advantage is focus. Two people main focus. Then two people are more likely to answer the following questions. So is this whole approach going to work? And what are some test cases that may not work at they are discussing? Is there a way to simplify this? So these are some of the advantage. So and then move to the disadvantage. many tasks really don't require two programmers. So here one of the advantages two programmer, disadvantage also two programmer. Some task does not require two programmers, and also a hard sell to the customer. Okay, and it is not for everyone. So pair program is not for everyone. So this is the uh, disadvantages in pair programming. So then move to the collective ownership. So the idea that all developers own all of the code enables refactoring. So here the idea is that all developers own all of the code and enables refactoring. So here this is the real core reality of pair programming. So the team as a whole takes the collective responsibility for the code in the system. So in pair program only two people are taking about the code. In collective programming they in collective ownership. So all the whole team collectively responsible for the code in the system. So not only the one is mainly writing the code. Instead, the responsibility must be taken by the entire team. Here, not only the one who is mainly writing the code, the responsibility must be taken by the entire team. So here, in collective ownership, all the members take the responsibilities. So advantage of collective ownership is helps mitigate the loss of team member leaving and promotes developers to take responsibility of the team as a whole rather than parts of the system. Here giving responsibility for all the team. So disadvantage is loss of accountability and limitation how much of large system that an individual can partly work. If there is a large system, it is difficult to take all the responsibilities for the all the team. So it is difficult. So that is one of the disadvantages in collective ownership. Then move to the continuous integration. So here new features and changes are worked into system immediately. Continuous integration. So any new features and changes are worked into the system immediately, and the code is not worked on without being integrated for more than a day. So here code is not worked on without being integrated for more than a day. So that is about continuous integration. So another point in continuous integration is as the changes are made to the software units, integrate testers are done regularly, at least once a day, to ensure that components are working well together. So we have to perform continuous integration means we have to integrate tests are done regularly once a day. So to ensure that the components are working well together, we have to check in continuous integration. Then what are the advantages in continuous integration? Reduce to length process, reduce to lengthy process, and also advantages enables the small release practice. So it enables the small release practices. Okay. So disadvantage is, so we already for every day we have to continuous integration, but in disadvantage is The 1 day limit is not always practical. Okay, then reduce the importance of well thought out architecture. We have to reduce the importance of well thought out architecture. So this is about disadvantage in continuous integration. Then we move to 40-hour week. Okay, so here the work week should be limited to 40 hours week. Okay, and also regular overtime is a symptom of a problem and not a long-term solution. So here regular overtime is a symptom of a problem and not a long-term solution. So it points out that working excessive hours can lead to ill health and be generally counterproductive. So working hours, if you have any extra hours, or it is lead to the ill health. Okay, hence the principle is that normally developer should not work more than 40 hours a week. So it is a realistic to accept that sometimes there is a need for there is a need for overtime work to deal with particular problems. Okay, but overtime should not be continued for 2 weeks. Okay, not continue for a 2 weeks. So we have to apply 40 hours weekly strictly applied in XP. Okay, how to apply 40 hours strictly in XP. We don't lead to the extra work. Okay. Next, on what are the advantage and disadvantage? See, advantage is most developers lost effectiveness past 40 hours. Okay, so values is placed on the developers' well-being. And also advantage is management is forced to find real solutions. So that 40 hours week is as advantage, and disadvantage is, and 40 hours is a magic number. And some may like to work more than 40 hours. So this is one of the disadvantage. Okay, clear. So then move to on-site customer. So just like the title says, acts to steer the project, give quick and continuous feedback to the development team. So continuous feedback to the development team, and fast and effective communication is achieved by interacting with the customer. So that is about on-site customer. And also advantage is can give quick and knowledge answers to real development questions. And also another advantage is make sure that what is the development is what is needed. That is the advantage. And also functionality is prioritized correctly. Here we have to prioritize the functionality correctly. Then move to the disadvantage. To get on-site customer, this is one of the difficulty. And also the on-site customer that is given may not be fully knowledgeable about what the company. Okay, so the given may not be what they are given, that is may not be fully knowledge, and may not have other to make many decisions. So on-site disadvantage, may not have authority to make many decisions. Then another disadvantage is loss of work to the customer's company. There is a loss of work to the customers of company. So this is the disadvantage in on-site customer. Then last one, coding standards. So all code should look the same. So all code should look the same. Okay. And also it should not possible to determine who coded and what based on the code itself. So it is not determine the who coded and what based on the code itself. So that is about coding standards. And also advantages is here reduce the amount of time developers spend reformatting other people's code because they are developing their own. And also reduce the need for internal committing. And also another advantage is call for clear and unambiguous code. So last one, disadvantage is degrading the quality of inline documentation. So we have to here degrading the quality of inline documentation. So this is the disadvantage in coding standards. So far clear? Any doubt? Any doubt? Please write a message in chat box. Next time move to the advantages in XP. So one of the advantages is larger projects are divided into manageable amounts. Okay. So here larger projects are divided into manageable amounts, and also reduced cost and time for project realization. And another advantage is in extreme programming team saves a lot of money because they don't use too much documentation. And another advantage is build in quality. Then overall simplicity is there in XP, and there is a programmer power and also customer power and synergy between practices. So these are the advantages, and also fewer documentation is required, collaboration with customer and flexibility to developers. This is one of the advantage, and another advantage is easy to manage, and simplicity is another advantage of extreme programming projects. And here XP is reduce the risk related to the programming. So XP reduces the risk related to the programming. Normally programming depends a lot on individual key team members. In XP, using module structures and pair programming, XP spreads the risk and mitigate the dependence on individuals. So here we are using pair programming. So here XP spreads the risk and mitigate depending on the individuals. And another advantage is this is always simplicity means in software simplicity always bring quality and contributes the robustness. So by bringing simplicity, XP managed to create faster software with less defects. So these are the advantages of XP. So then move to the disadvantages. So here XP is focused on the code rather than design. So this is one of the disadvantages of XP. And also XP requires detailed planning from the start due to cost and scope. Due to changing of cost and scope, XP requires detailed planning. That is one of the disadvantages. And also XP does not measure or plan quality assurance of coding. It does not measure the quality assurance of coding. This is one of the disadvantage. And another disadvantage, it is informal, little or no documentation. And then another disadvantage, scalability. And another is contract issues. And another disadvantage is dependence heavily on customer iterations. Here dependence heavily on customer iterations. Then transfer of technology to new team members may be quite challenging due to lack of documentation. So here we are very less documentation. So transfer of technology to new team members may be challenging. Okay. Also, here to convenience developer to accept this tough practice is not always easy. So it requires more discipline in the team and devotion of your customers. So here project management might experience difficulties related with the practice that changes during the life cycle. So that is one of the disadvantage. And also XP is practiced with pair programming, which might usually lead too much duplication of codes and data. So by using pair programming, there may be duplication of code and data. So this is main disadvantage in XP. Okay, so far clear? Any doubt? Please write a message in chat box. Okay, next I move to the another methodology. In Agile is nothing but Scrum. So Scrum is based on iterative approach. Okay, so it is also based on iterative approach. And why we are Scrumming? Why we are using Scrumming means when we are here, we are using sprint. Okay, here what we will sprint. So in a sprint, this is only it will use certain time. Okay. So I will explain with example. So Scrum is a framework that helps team work together. Here we are maintain the team. Okay, here in Scrum we always deal with the team. Okay, so Scrum is a framework that helps team work together. So just so much like a rugby team. All of you know a rugby team. Okay, so much like a rugby team training for the big game. So here rugby team means rugby is a game that will play all players with work together only they win the game. So Scrum encourages team to learn through experiences. So here Scrum encourages team to learn through experiences. Okay. So Scrum does not tell you how to do things. So it's can encourage to learn through experience. When you go on to the project, you have experience, then you have to learn about that. Okay. And also self-organizing while working on a problem and reflect on their wins and losses to continuously improve. So self-organizing problem and also reflect their wins and losses to continuously improve. So Scrum is a framework or a model. It is not a process. Remember that it is not a process. It is a framework or a model. So Scrum is a well-balanced framework. So all its parts are needed in order to be effective. I tell you, Scrum does not tell you how to do things. It tells you what needs to be done and lets you figure out how to do it. Okay, it does not tell how to you think, how to do things. Okay, It tells you what needs to be done and lets you figure out what to do it. That is Scrum. So see the diagram here, understanding Scrum. So this is, I already told you, work in your functional team. This is one team. When a Scrum is called, a Scrum manager or any call, then all cooperative planning and review. Here all are collaborating and planning and review with the team. All are involved in this groups here. First, they are doing their work individually. When Scrum calls, they are collaborate in a group. Then again, after planning and review, they do their work separately. So again, stated work again. Again, they split it. So this is again we have project management, a team-based collaborative approach. This is, and here see here iterative and incremental development. And restart your work again. Here always focus on delivery and business values. So here Scrum, it is one of the many iterate incremental software development agile process for managing product development. It is a iterative and incremental. Okay, we already about iterative and incremental. Okay, it is a framework within which people can address so it is a framework which people can address complex adaptive problems while productively and creatively delivering the products of the highest possible value. Okay. So here and also it is based on the multiple small teams working in an intensive and independent manner. So the team in the organization work together while constantly focus on their common interest. So that is about Scrum. So here Scrum has three, see here diagram. The pictorial or the Scrum framework, see here, this is the Scrum framework. So this is Scrum framework. These are the product owner is there, and product backlog, sprint planning, sprint, and also sprint 1 to 4 weeks, and also Scrum Master is there, and also daily stand-up meeting, sprint review, sprint retrospective, finished work. So this is the Scrum framework. Okay. So see here, first product owner. So product owner take inputs from the end users or customers or team members or other stakeholders. Here customers, team or managers or any executives or inputs take product owner take input from these kind of people, means customer, team, manager, any other. So the product owner what it takes means here it takes from the users what are the features and what are the requirements they need. So those are taken by the product owner, and also after taking the features or requirements, product owner store the may store the features and requirements in prioritized list, in prioritized manner according to users priority, stored in product backlog in prioritized manner. So first priority, second priority, third priority. Okay, prioritized, that's stored in product backlog, which is stored in order prioritized. That priority is given by the user. Okay, so product owner takes the features and requirements and also stored in product block with prioritized list. So here period list of what is required, future bugs to fix and so on. So this is period. Then we move to the team. So in team we have developers, developer team is there, financial team are there, specialist team are there, coding, testing, all our teams get together. That is called as a team. So here the team select the starting at top as much as can commit to deliver by end of the sprint. So here take the first priority or topmost priority in the product block. So that is stored in sprint planning meeting. So here we store the some of the priorities in sprint planning meeting. So what are the future, what are the priority? So those are selected by development team. Will decide in one sprint. This is one sprint or one sprint. What are the things we have to do? They plan here. That is the development team will plan. First we take one priority and how many sprint we take for completing the first priority. So sprint is nothing but sprint is a one increment. So it works like increment. So sprint time is limit 1 to 4 weeks. That is about sprint. It is a short time box period when a scrum team works to complete a, so scrum team, this is the scrum team works to complete a set of amount of work. So that is called as a sprint. Sprint is a one increment. So it will handle it will complete the work in 1 to 4 weeks. Okay. So here sprint planning, then here sprint backlog. So it will take the priority in the sprint backlog. Once the team select the starting at top as much as can commit to delivery by end of the once team choose the priority, then it move to the sprint backlog, then sprint work starts. So after completion it will be after completion of 1 to 4 weeks, then the task is finished. Okay, once you have to give the after sprint planning meeting, then we have to move to the sprint backlog. The first priority is move to the task playground, then the sprint will start after completion 1 to 4 weeks, then it will give finished work. So here 1 to 4 weeks the scrum master is there, so he will take care every 24 what is the how much work will done, what is the progress of the future or progress of the requirement. Every 20 hours sprint will daily stand-up meeting is there, they will discussion about these things, and then they conduct a sprint meeting. Is the process is going continuously or any risk occur, all the take will discuss in sprint review. After sprint review we will finish the work. Okay, so sprint review is fast reviewing, and also sprint retrospective means how much work done, what are the features that is taken about sprint retrospective. Sprint review is reviewing the daily stand-up meeting, how much work done and how much is pending, how many weeks are completed and how much weeks will require. All these are reviewed by sprint review. So this is Scrum framework. We discussed briefly in each one what is product owner and what is Scrum master, what is Scrum team, What is Scrum team? What are product owner, Scrum team, Scrum master? So we will discuss it. Okay. See here, before discussing about Scrum, the difference between Scrum versus XP. So see here, we are using in Scrum we are using sprint. So one increment, nothing but it is one increment. It will take 1 to 4 weeks time. So you are using only increment here. Here we are using data in product backlog, which is given by product owner. We are using here taking data from user stories. I already store you. So here 30 days it will require. So it will take only 15 days. Here see here team members meet every day because Scrum is a teamwork. So here team members will meet every day. Here no team is there. We are divided individually, meets and planning separately. So here no paid programming is there. So here we are using paid programming. So this is about Scrum versus XP. Here main XP. Why we are Scrum using? Okay, teamwork is the major role in Scrum. So Scrum framework I already told you it categorized in three types, three framework. One is roles, then ceramics and artifact. Ceramics and artifacts. Okay. So here in Scrum model, a project is divided into small work. Here the project is divided into small work parts that are incrementally developed and delivered over time box. That is time box is nothing but sprint. So here divided into small work parts that are incrementally, this is incrementally developed and delivered using time box called sprint. So each sprint is typically up to some books given 1 to 4 weeks, or some books are given 2 to 4 weeks long. Okay. So at the end of each sprint, the stakeholders and team members meet to access the development software, that is finished work. So here stakeholders may suggest changes and improvements is that they feel might necessary. Okay. And also in each sprint, the increments of the software are developed and client feedback is to obtain after each sprint. We are taking again here client feedback. Okay. So the key roles the key roles and responsibility of Scrum model is here team members assume three basic roles. One is product owner, Scrum master, and team. So here the product owner represents customers' perspective and guide from customers and the team towards building the right software. Here, perspective guide team towards building the right software. At the end of the future to be done the next sprint. Okay. The product owner creates a product backlog, essentially a wish list of track that need to prioritize in a project. I already told you prioritize list, we call it as a product backlog. So he also decides release date and content. And also product owner prioritize features according to market value. And also product owner accept a result, work result. Okay. So then here product owner, possibly a product manager, product manager, project sponsor. And also the product owner decides features, release date and prioritization. Here this role have vision what they want to build. So product owner can be the person who has strong knowledge of system users. So product owner will be a single person. He can have a team. Although he will be responsible to answer the questions, not his team. Okay. So here product owner, he or she define features of the product. So product owner decides the release date and corresponding the future. They prioritize the future according to the market value and profitability of the product. Here product owner prioritize the future according to the market value and all the profitability of the product. And here he or she is responsible for the profitability of the product, that is product owner. And also he or she can accept or reject work item result. He or she can accept or reject work item result. So this is the work of the product owner. Okay, then move to the Scrum Master. So he acts on the project manager. So he acts on the project manager for the responsibility of the Scrum Master. He works on the project manager. So the responsibility of the Scrum Master is to ensure that the team should work collectively. He has to take responsibility to ensure that the team work collectively. And he acts as a listen between the customer, team and facilitate the development work. He works as a liaison between the customer, team and facilitate the development work. So the Scrum Master conduct daily meeting. I already told you the Scrum Master conduct daily meeting, ensure the team is fully functional and productive. He also shield the team from external interfaces, and the Scrum Master responsible for management of the project. So here a Scrum Master typically a project manager or a team leader. Here Scrum Master responsible for enacting Scrum values and practices. And also Scrum Master remove impediments or politics, keep everyone productive. Okay. And here also Scrum Master can take care of the Scrum process which are going on. Here Scrum Master responsible to remove those obstacles that can cause problem in the creative development. and also Scrum Master organizing the meeting to deal with critical problems. So Scrum Master also makes the process run smooth. So here he or she manages the team and look after the team productivity. That is the Scrum Master. And also he or she maintain the block list and remove barriers in development. In Scrum Master, he or she coordinate with all roles and functions. He or she shields team from external interferences. He shields the team from external interferences. Here, Scrum Master invites to the daily Scrum sprint review and planning meeting. So this is about Scrum Master. So tomorrow we will discuss about team and also ceremonies and artifacts. So far, any doubts? Please write a message in chat box. Otherwise, today I end the session. Tomorrow we will meet. Tomorrow is Sunday. Day after tomorrow we will meet. Any queries? Please write a message in chat box. So far, topics are clear to everyone. Any doubt? Okay, today I am ending the session. Thank you.